Greetings. I wanted to come today and give you some tips on moving out of the country solo as a single person or just the only person moving, even initially by yourself. So I'm at my 6-month mark of being in Mexico. And so the first thing I would tell you is really figure out what your why is, why you want to do it. That is going to be key in your ability to maintain it and to sustain the life that you want. And so figuring out your why, because I'm going to tell you, as I've said before, this is not something that you can broadcast. Everybody's not ready for this information. I have been really surprised or taken aback at the amount of people that had some feelings about my decision to leave the country. Like, people really have feelings. Like, that is baffling to me. Like, how you have some opinions about the decisions I make for my life, but they do. So nevertheless, which is another reason why I didn't really tell a lot of people that I was moving. I just left. There's that. Also, if people have never left their state, they're gonna be the first ones to tell you why you shouldn't move. It's dangerous. It's all those reasons, like all that. So you don't want all that in your head when you're trying to make a decision, because it's already scary enough, even when you have a solid why. So it's because it's just too many unknowns, right? So there's that. Keep it to yourself. Be clear about your why. Write it out. What you want it to look like where you're going. What do you want to see when you look outside? Do you want to see water? Do you want to see trees? Do you want to see, what do you want to see? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to smell like? Like, down to that level of detail. When you look out the window, what do you want to see? What do you want the weather like? So, which will determine where you choose also. What is the climate like? Is it like, do you want to change the seasons? Do you want summer all year round? Like, down to those level of details. What people do you want? Do you want it to be the language you speak? Do you want them to speak English? Or can it be a foreign language? Like, all that. Are you prepared to learn the language? Is it a city that you can get by? Like here in Mexico, I'm fumbling. Let me tell you something. So between my bad English, my English and their broken Spanish and my broken, I'm getting by. However, I want to be fully immersed in the culture. And so to do that, I've got to learn the language better. I got to commit to going to my Spanish classes, which I signed up and paid for. Okay, so there's that. So knowing your why, the first thing, and being real clear and solid in your why. Unshakable, because there's going to be so many people to come and want to shake that from you, because they're, for whatever their reasons are, have not taken their own leap, but really are not. You're not going to find a lot of people that are going to encourage you to make this kind of move. That's number one. Know your why. Be solid in your why. Number two, do your research on where you want to go. Pick those, narrow them down, do your research on those. Search Facebook and other social medias platforms for groups on those countries. Look for expats, Blaxits in those countries that you're interested in moving to. There's some people, look on YouTube, put in that search for that country. All kind of people will come up about their experiences. Do lots of research. Join as many groups as you can. Some don't let you join until you get to the country. There are some that you can join though before you get there if you're leaving within the next 6 months or so. Join as many groups as you can for the places you're interested in moving to. Ask questions. Look in those files. In those groups, it's rich with resources and information. And somebody else has already asked your question, so it's there. The information is there. Do lots of research. Look at all those groups. The other thing I was going to say too, after what I've noticed in being in Mexico, there's lots of people coming every week to Merida, right? And there's some people coming by themselves and getting lost. So if you are a person who was a loner in the States, you can't go to another country and be a loner and expect to find community. You have to be able to take some risk and do some different things that you didn't do before if you want some different results. If you're depressed and miserable and lonely in the States, get that worked out before you leave, because you'll be depressed and lonely in another country by yourself, and even more so isolated because you may not speak the language or know anybody else. So I recommend definitely get that cleared up. You got to come with your own joy. You got to come being able to sustain your own happiness. Even in the States, you don't want to depend on that from an outside source. That's something that we need to sustain on our own, be the source of our own joy and happiness, and be able to find that on your own and bring that with you. Bring it with you. So I see people coming getting lost and not being able to connect with community because maybe they're shy, they don't know how to reach out or whatever, but they're not having this great community experience that I know exists in Merida, for one. And COVID has a lot to do with that isolation. Like, we can't get together in big groups. You know, COVID is alive and well here like it is in the rest of the world. And so there's been some reluctance for big groups to get together and form like we were. However, still reach out, talk to people in groups. You can meet one-on-one, do some small breakfast meetings. There's some sisters who just got here a couple weeks ago. We've been doing breakfasts, just little small intimate get-togethers. It's been amazing. But again, it's a mindset. If you come expecting things to be like that in the States, stay home. Just stay home. It's not. It's not the same, and you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to have the same things you had before, but you're going to find so many other things that you never knew you would find. And it's been so worth it. When I tell you my experience continues to be amazing because I expect it to be amazing. I'm making sure it's amazing. I'm continuing to go outside of my comfort zone, my box, meeting people. Listen, yesterday there was a sister in one of the Facebook groups. She put a post up and said, she said, I was just walking down, she named the street. I don't need to name the street. I was walking down such and such street, and I just seen this tall, fine man walking down the street. If you're in this group, holler, because I would love to take you out for coffee. What? I'm like, I'm not even mad at you. That's some gangster stuff. That's amazing. And like, it would be even more amazing if he was in the group and replied. But it's that kind of jump out and risk you got to take and put yourself out there in these new spaces. Like, nobody will know you anyway. How great is it to go to another country? Nobody knows your name. You got a clean slate, start over. You could come here and be somebody else. You can even come here and name yourself something different. Whatever. Just go do something else. I'm just telling you, this experience has been so gratifying for me that I wish I could just bottle it up and sell it. Like, and give it to you. You gotta do it. You have got to do it. Stay for even if you don't get residency, none of that other stuff. Go somewhere and stay for 6 months. Go somewhere and stay for 6 months until the tourist visa runs out. Whatever it is. The other day, talking about the community here too, one of the sisters in the group rented out a whole movie theater. The whole movie theater for us the other night. What was that? Friday night? And we went to go see Candyman. I don't even watch horror movies, but I didn't go for the movie. I went for the community, just hanging out, doing a social event. The movie turned out not to be scary, thank God. But it was just the activity, the getting together. It was so good. And we went to one of the theaters where they, the reclining seats. They bring you your popcorn, your drinks, and your food. I went for that. And the candy. And plus it's so much cheaper here in Mexico. So it was great. Third thing is make your plan. Make your plan. Draw out a plan of how long you want to take to move. How much money you think you'll need. I'm going to do another video talking about cost of living. Just what my monthly expenses look like here in Mexico. And this is just one place, but just gives you some idea of what it takes just to live here. And can I tell you, it's half of what I was paying living off of in the States. So I'm going to tell you about that. But please, 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 again, take the risk. Make a plan. Start your plan today. If you're going solo, doing it by yourself, on your own, make sure everybody who you take care of is okay, and then you go do something for you finally. You do something for you, finally, and you'll be so glad you did. You'll be so glad you did. And as I always ask you, why not? Because why not? Because what's your reason for not doing it? Whatever that reason is, dismiss it. Get rid of it. Get it out your head. Because it's not even real. And if you want to still have that belief, bring it with you. Just bring it with you and take the risk. Do it scared. Do it not knowing. Do it unsure. Do it, but just do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. You got to at some point give yourself a chance to just do it and jump. And you'll be so happy that you did. I promise you, it'll be a different experience. And if you don't like it, you can go back home. But you probably won't. Or you can go to another country. I'm telling you, once you get this taste of what this feels like, you'll probably go to another country and just keep experiencing. Because that's my plan. What am I going to do next? The sky's the limit. A couple of things I need from you. One, tell me what else you want to learn about, or you want me to talk about in these videos. What you want to learn about? What you want me to talk about? What you want to know, girl? What you want? What you want to know? That, and then I need you to share with other people, subscribe to other people who you also think want this information. And it's 3 things I need. The third thing is, I've been trying to think of a way to what we're gonna call ourselves. I still need some ideas. I'm gonna put up a poll with some names that I've gotten already and just vote and see what you think. But I want some more, some more ideas. All right. So hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and like it if you don't. Tell me if you don't like it. Tell me what you want to know. What we're gonna do during this time we here together talking. And then I have to tell you some other things that I want to do. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back to you soon. Take care.